beautiful souls. Good morning, good evening, good night. That's good night to those of you who don't know German. I just want to say something right off the bat. I love you. I love you. I truly do love each and every one of you. Actually, this is the only reason why I do what I do. This is the only reason why I come onto a video. Because I could stay in the background as I did for, and as I have for a few years, maybe 3 or 4 years, before I was persuaded to do videos. I was so nervous at first. And now, because I have the gift of gab, I could talk the hind legs off a horse, you know. But it all depends on the subject. And the thing is, you know, as much as I love you, you need to know this, and you need to get yourself in the same place. I love myself even more. I love myself so much that, you know, sometimes it brings me to tears. Do you have any idea how long it has taken me to get here? Decades and decades. Probably going back to, I don't know, I wanted to say 3 years old. But no, I had flashes. Probably, definitely before my adolescence. But then it all disappeared, evaporated. I didn't even have any dreams. They killed it all. They let me know that I didn't have any rights to do anything, not even have dreams. And it's only recently that my dreams came flowing back to me. Soul Dancer, the White Dragon here. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Catherine Hidalgo. Soul Dancer is the name of this magnificent white dragon on my Facebook banner. Now, I like to call her a she, even though she is not a she, but isn't she just freaking gorgeous? She actually does not have white horns. She has golden horns, gold horns. But the person that she appeared to painted her like that, and that's just fine. You know, and I know, and that's all that's important. I discovered something. I don't want to be on long. I'm trying not to be, because the Wi-Fi is giving problems. It's spotty. But I just had to share a discovery. And I need to repeat it again as a lesson to everyone. Let's call her my rich bitch sister. I truly never realized that she was self-centered. And it's only, she's all about me, and playing up to the public. That's how she ended up renovating this house, because she spent $1 million, $1 million to show people. All right, to show off, as we see down here. Of course, that created a lot of other problems in the house itself, in its construction. So this is what I want to share with you, beautiful souls. You see, when you put someone up there and they are not the Christ, or Yeshua, as I call Yeshua, they are not your angels, and our angels don't even want to be on pedestals. They are not my dragon kin, and I put my dragon kin on pedestals. They're just so friggin' huge, you know. They're magnificent, and I woke talking to them this morning and calling them in during my morning prayer. Oh, well, meditation actually, whatever. When you put someone up there above you, It means when you admire someone so much, it means that you feel less than them. It means that you believe that you are less than them, that you are worth less. Nothing could be further from the truth for me, myself and I, and for you. And I really, really, really and truly cannot emphasize that enough. So, without saying anything, start acting as who you are. People are going to get pissed off. You see all the things you automatically do because you have the help? No. Or because you're accustomed doing it and it takes too much out of you? No. You stop it. You give no explanations. You just go about your business focusing on yourself first. And that even comes down to your toddlers. 3 years old, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go put away your toys. They know to do it. They know how to do it. But mommy does it all the time. Go put away your toys. No is no. It will get done by them if you allow them to do it, no matter how long it takes. They will get into the habit. That's one way of drawing boundaries. That's a boundary. So, when you take back your power, you take back your energy. And this is something I use all the time, and it was so automatic, especially after a fractious day where, like yesterday, where there's so many emotional daggers and this sort of stuff. You must take back your energy. You call back your energy simply by picturing the person in your mind's eye. You stretch out your hand. I stretch out my right hand. You picture them. You feel it as you say this. I take back my energy, healed and transformed, and I integrate it with grace and ease. You will feel it. Then the other part is, look, notice my hand from my heart. I return your energy. Keep picturing the person in your mind, healed and transformed. They will feel it. That cuts a lot of crap. So, moving on to the reading. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What do we need to know this week? What's coming up this week? What do we need to know about this week? Oh, I hear this week is all about self-love. Actually, this year is about self-love. This year is about standing in our power. This year is all about self-actualization. This year, 2022, is all about taking back your power. Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she gorgeous? Listen to me, beautiful souls. Ladies, if you, when you look at yourself in the mirror or see yourself, not deliberately, stop, look into your eyes and admire yourself. See yourself as you are. And just say, I love you, Catherine. All right, you're going to use your own name, of course. You say, I love you. And you say it and you keep saying it. So I already shuffled the cards. So what's the question for this week? I don't actually have a question. So let's see what comes. And I got to go shave my head. The hair is quite long now. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What do we need to know right for this week? What do we need to know for this week? Huh? For our highest good. All right, I'm pulling a card. Ah. Two of Earth. Two of Earth. And this card with this beautiful green, my gosh, that's my I was going to say my second favorite shade of green. My favorite shade of green that I love putting on my nails is grass green. The beautiful color of the pelouse, The lawn, healthy lawn grass, that's my favorite shade of green. This one comes second. This card is so yummy. The color is so luscious. It reminds me of a delicious green kale. This card is Two of Earth. And this card is telling you, asking you, what are you seeing off in the horizon? What are you seeing off in the horizon? Two is all about balance. Two is all about good time management. It's all about creating healthy boundaries. And it's asking us to look for messages or omens in our day that relate to duality. And what does it mean by that? It means the yin and yang. It means the black and white. It means we need to have balance in order to go forward, to feel stable, and to be stable. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. I love the color. Let's see, what does the book say? I'm looking at the book. Yeah. It says your world is thriving and productive. That's what that green brings to me. It tells me that all the time. I always look so good. Did you hear what I just said? I always look so good. Yeah. Although I felt self-conscious this morning because my slippers, my rather expensive slippers, burst on one side. I tried using glue, heavy duty glue, and that keeps plastic pieces together, and it did not work, so I had to borrow my mother's and adjust it because her feet are quite large. So I felt quite self-conscious, and that took me out of my space of waking, which was really deep, calm, and centered. I don't know why I'm sharing this with you, but I'm going to continue. And then what happened, I went for my typical Sunday breakfast. It was around 7ish. And as I walked along, I realized when I got to the people, it's our famous doubles. Look up the word doubles, double with an S. And you will see a description on the internet somewhere. And I started questioning myself afterwards because I didn't look the man in his face. I didn't look at the woman in her face. Normally I look at everyone in their eyes, direct. I had disappeared somewhere because I was feeling so self-conscious. So I began asking myself, what's that all about? Why did I suddenly become not present? Did they consider that I was being aloof? Because I wasn't there at all. It's a 2-minute, not even a two, yeah, let's call it a 2-minute walk. I was totally absent from the time I walked out on the street to when I returned. And this is how we need to become present and aware of our actions. Hello ladies, I assume it's ladies on, every single day. If you all want a reading, drop it in the comments. Make sure that your question is clear. But if you want a general reading, just say general. And don't give me any story. Just ask the question that you want as very brief as possible, please. So coming back to these people, so I began asking myself, okay, is that how I normally am? Because then they would have misunderstood, but I don't explain myself. I just have to explain myself to me. And then I asked also, but then, you know, I was wondering, what were they thinking about that? And then I came to the conclusion, no, I am not going to try to guess what they were thinking. That's going down a rabbit hole. That's none of my business. But it was a lesson to me how quickly we can become unaware and not present. Let's see. The question that must be asked But there's 2 of Earth card, because 2, as I said, is balance. Earth means we need to root ourselves, we need to ground ourselves. Seriously. The green, though, is all about heart. Connect to your heart. Follow that beautiful blue river. Don't try going upstream. When things are difficult and you try to go upstream, it becomes more difficult. Go with the flow this week. What is the middle world communicating to you? Go with the flow this week. You see all of the peaks in the river, the things that may get you upset or make you want to fly off the handle, or your pet peeves that suddenly arise. All of those things, allow them to just slide away. Just say thank you and let it go. Go with the flow this week. You have an important life choice to make, and this will assist you once you stay present and you stay in your energy. You need to protect your boundaries and be frugal in your living, with the use of your resources this week. That's what the balance is all about, you see. We really want to work on, not try, because I thought try, but I'm glad try didn't come out. We really want to work on keeping an even keel as possible this week. We want to attempt, that's a better word. We want to attempt to not rise too high, not go too low. We want to be able to sail across the troughs, so when it's high, we stay balanced. When it begins to dip, we just float in the current. We just float in the current. That's what this week and this card is telling me. Go with the flow. Be balanced in everything, from your spending to the way you react. So watch those reactions, because they will definitely take you down a manhole from which there is maybe no return. Let me say it as I got it. Watch out. There are going to be people who are going to poke you, who are going to try to trigger you this week. Deliberately. Don't allow that to happen. Take a deep breath. If you have to count to 10 before answering someone or before responding to any sort of negative thing coming at you, count to 10. Breathe deeply 3 times into your belly before responding. Don't allow things to shake you up this week, because this is going to be this is the beginning of February week, and you want to start this week the way you intend to continue through this month. This year is very special. February is going to help us anchor, sink ourselves deeper into the reality of us. That is all about self-care. That's what the balance is about, huh? Self-care, self-love. Put yourself first. Remember those boundaries. No does mean no. No does not mean, really, I was so, no. You weren't mean, you were just being yourself when you responded. Do not go back and explain. Do not offer apologies. Do not do things to make it seem as you were wrong in being who you are. No. This time of change is catching up to us. I know it's only February, which will be here in 2 days or something, you want to understand the space where you find yourself. You want to look to the horizon to see what is it that I want to accomplish. Those intentions, firm up your intentions. They're really important. By this time, most people have forgotten about their, what do they call it? Resolutions, New Year resolutions. I discovered New Year resolutions in when I moved to New York decades and decades ago, and it's crap. Focus on your intention. What do you intend to create for yourself this year, 2022? Write down the mini steps. Write down the micro steps. Anything that you believe will take you forward, take action on them. The first action you need to do is sit and think about it. Imagine it. Visualize it. Write it down and then take action. It doesn't matter how small the step is. Do not wait until you are ready, because number one, you will never be ready. And if you ever get ready, number two, that will mean it's too late. Because when we are getting ready to be ready, as Abraham Hicks loves to say, we don't see the opportunities. Whatever you are preparing to do, just go there and do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, let's use my videos, for instance. When I began, I mean, they were terrible. The way I looked, the things I said. I mean, sometimes I was in tears. I deleted those videos. It was agony, because I was going through a terrible time when I started, but I started all the same. Because people told me that I had a message, and then when I looked, I realized I just wanted to share the love. That embraces and enfolds all of us. So beautiful souls, on that note, I wish you a magnificent week. Take care of yourselves. Stay balanced. Stay focused on what you want. And I shall see you all on Tuesday for another phenomenal shamanic tarot reading. Ciao.